What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is chishazed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Teacher calls out modern parents. She says, unless drastic change happens, the next generation is doomed. This video is captioned, "Time for Change." No more wasting time. Let's check it out.
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet. 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority.
First, shout out to the teachers, man. Shout out to the teachers. They don't get as much recognition as they should. I remember my teachers, the good ones at least, which was most of them, if I'm going to be honest. Shout out to the teachers. Just keep watching.
You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions.
Right.
And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it.
Of course. A clear reflection of her mother. These kids are wild today, man. Let's keep watching.
What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. Right. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
I'm watching this teacher here, and all I could think about, and I've thought this many times, like when we see the videos of the teachers arguing with students today, all I think about is how hard it must be to be a teacher in today's generation. That's coffee I will not sip.
Put that coffee down.
I can't do it. It takes the utmost patience, but here's a woman who's had enough. She's young, and she's probably reconsidering her path. Being a teacher used to be something that, you could cooperate with parents who wanted to produce good citizens. But now, what do we have? Fatherless homes and unruly modern women. Let's keep listening.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
And some of these dads too are just, they've just been made weak.
And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them. I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age.
Right,
and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music. Why is you guys' 5-year-old's daughter singing Pound Town?
Ridiculous, man.
And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting. And I feel so bad. And I've watched different techniques, soft skills, soft parenting, gentle parenting. I'm patient. I don't yell. I'll say, hey, let's regroup. If you guys need 5 minutes, let's do some breathing. Your kids are telling me to shut up. You guys as kids are saying, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You're not my mom.
Wow.
They're putting they're hitting each other and hitting other kids. You address the parent. The parents are telling you, you don't tell my daughter what to do. It's not that bad. Well, at least she was in the class. At least. It's all these excuses. Y'all come in and you're more worried about what's going on your Instagram and TikTok feed versus being a parent. Be a parent. You guys are horrible parents.
Whew.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Hold on. She's serving that coffee. Yes. And I want you guys to think of what she said there. What father would be okay with their daughter in specific, listening to Pound Town? What father walks in, sees their daughter twerking at young age, 5, or really at any age even after that, even when it's considered appropriate, no father is comfortable watching their daughter twerk. So this lets me know that a lot of these young girls who she's talking about don't have fathers in the household. And when it comes to this music that we all dabble into, guys, I've talked about my frustration with rap, my love and hate relationship with hip hop for a couple of videos in the past. And I've said, at some point you have to kind of be honest with yourself. You have to understand that music, especially nowadays, is highly impressionable. The adults are basing their lives on this music. Go look at Instagram. Go look at how many posts, how many videos I personally do. Why do I do those videos? Reporting on celebrities, the female celebrities, relationships, the Sexy Reds, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's. Well, because these women are out here basing their actual lives on these women, taking dating tips from them. They take what they consume from the songs, the media, the people who these women are dating, how they carry themselves, and they emulate it. And that just shows a lack of maturity in a lot of parents today. At some point, you got to think to yourself, I cannot listen to this music in front of my children because I know this will affect who they become. I assure you, these celebrities, especially the female rappers who are creating these hits, aren't allowing their children to listen to the type of music that they have a lot of the younger generation listening to today. And just to prove it to you, I actually think I did a video of Young Miami just basically talking about how she would never let her daughter turn out the way she's turned out. And she called herself an actual like WHORE. She said, that is what I am, but my daughter will not be that. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Let's get it.
I'm really I'm with a W. I'm on.
What if Summer comes to you, as pretty as she is, and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl?
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
I want her raised totally different. Like I really want her to just be like level-headed, a school girl. I kind of was raised different, so I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for
Okay, she said, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with it. You just don't want to be honest because, it's going to show that maybe you may be hypocritical in the way you're pushing a certain agenda for the masses, but ultimately it's unhealthy, traumatic, and will devalue your daughter's self-worth, right? And this is what happens, man. This is what happens. They play you, they sell you the Kool-Aid, you drink it. Most of these rappers, not Young Miami, but you think of like Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, they all have men. Most of them married. A lot of them waited to marry before they carried. But what situation are you in? Same goes for the rappers out here. They're not living that life. They're not doing those substances that they're promoting in their music. And if you don't learn to accept and understand that that's the reality, then you will be sorry.
Like, I'm sorry to say it, but this generation, of some of the mom, not all, but majority that I've dealt with kids that are between the ages of 5 and 4 and 3, you guys don't parent your children at all. They have no basic comprehension skills. They can't sit still, no attention span. They're hitting people. They can't talk. They can't communicate. They don't even know how to say, like, I want to go to the bathroom. If you ask them a question, they're rude, nasty, horrible attitudes at 5, and they want to hear Pound Town. What are you guys doing with your kids? What are you guys literally doing with your kids? Because I have never in my life experienced something so horrible. I literally don't even want to teach ballet to you guys' kids anymore because they are so hard to work and deal with. And I literally see why the teachers are quitting and your kids are getting expelled and kicked out, because it's no way, it is literally no way that this is happening and you guys don't see any issue with it.
Right.
I tell you, your kid hit someone and you're saying, well, what did the little do to my daughter to make her want to hit? Nothing. Literally nothing. Your daughter just decides she wants to put her hands on people and you don't correct her. You're yelling at me, asking me, why does she feel like she wants to hit?
Right.
What parenting is happening? You guys are worried about seafood boils and dates and like partying and being a hot mom. You guys are shitty moms and it needs a change. Stop listening to Sexy Red around your children.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Talk to your kid, interact with them, teach them, listen to them. Teach them to respect authority. Don't say you don't have to listen to anyone unless they're me. Your kids are so horrible and hard to deal with, and I'm blaming the parents because they have horrible guidance.
Right.
And it needs to be a change. And I'm asking, can somebody's mom stitch me and say like what the holdup is? What is the issue? Why are you listening to raunchy music around your kids? Why is it that you have to deal with certain people and be rude about it? Why can nobody correct your kid or help them get on a better track? And why do you guys approve and applaud bad behavior? Why? Because I'm telling you, all the teachers that are good and have genuine interest in building your kid, I want to help them. I want to help these little girls realize that they are precious, that they have purpose, that they're beautiful, that they're smart and intelligent, and that they can be somebody. I don't want to see little 5-year-olds trying to twerk to Pound Town. And you guys think that it's cute.
Right.
And I'm coming on here because it needs to be a change. So please tell me, as an educator, a teacher, and I'm just a ballet teacher. I'm not a regular trained institutional teacher. I'm teaching 5-year-olds ballet, and these are all the problems starting now, and it's no change happening. So what needs to be done and happen to fix this issue? Please, somebody tell me, somebody make it make sense, because I'm telling you, I'm this close to quitting and saying I'd never want to work with people's kids again, because this has been the most horrible experience. I've never dealt with an experience like this. Listening to raunchy music around your kids needs to stop. Applauding bad behavior needs to stop. Not giving your kid your attention but throwing an iPad at them or a tablet because you don't want to parent needs to stop. I'm coming on here and I'm begging you guys, I'm asking you to really please make a change. Make a change. Your kids' lives are depending on it for y'all to make a change. Please make a change.
All right. So she said something there towards the end. She said, I've never gone through something this difficult in my life. And she's not just talking about dealing with the children. She's dealt with parents who are just as difficult as the children. That's frustrating when the parents are attacking you for doing your job, and that's disciplining their children. You're doing the job that they should be doing. And here's what you have to realize about this situation. This teacher who's saying, I might quit, you may look at her and say, oh, poor her, she's going through a difficult time. You know who really loses in the end here? It's the parents. It's the parents. Trust and believe you will drink coffee. You will suffer the consequences of raising irresponsible children, because this is how it will turn out. A small percentage of them will think maybe my parents didn't know better and might forgive you. A larger majority of them will end up embracing that toxicity and will not have the maturity, critical thinking skills, life experience, healthy life experience to be able to help take care of you, be there for you in your older age. And then there'll be that other percentage of children who will realize that you exposed them to a parenting that was toxic, and they will resent you. Yes, they will resent you. I've seen this. I've seen chicks on TikTok, women on TikTok, who talk about this very idea of, oh, why you guys don't play certain songs around your kids? Oh, my kids listen to anything I listen to, not realizing that you're damaging those children. It's time for you to grow up. But again, in the end, trust me, you will reap what you sow. She's not losing out. This woman has a burden. Obviously, she's experienced a healthy upbringing and she wants to share that with other people. I've actually done a video of an older woman complaining about how her kids abandoned her as she got older. Check it out.
How does a woman have 5 or 6 children and still end up in a nursing home? Y'all put her away. Nobody go to see her unless it's on a holiday or a birthday, maybe. She's treated just like she never existed. You going on with your life because why? Oh, I'm too busy. I can't take care of mama. I have other things I have to do. I have a family. Well, mama had other things that she had to do too, but guess what? She took care of you. Now, if she wasn't a great mom to you, okay, I get it. But there are a lot of great moms that are stuffed away in a nursing home somewhere because their children are too selfish to make sure that they're okay. And that one person who want to take care of their mom, the one person that might step up, be the one that she treated like shit the whole time. For some reason, they trying to get that validation of love. Give your mom her roses while she's still here. Don't wait until you get to that funeral and get to flopping and hollering and doing all that dumb shit. And some of you just don't care anyway. You just worried about what she gonna leave you once she die.
There you guys go. And I want to read a couple of comments here in response to that. We have a comment here from somebody who said, I would argue that a lot of single moms think they're great parents because they did the bare minimum. That's legally required while also verbally abusing their children. And no one talks about the type of environment that a lot of these young people grew up in. And did you give them the skills that were required for them to be able to manage life, be there for themselves, and also be there for you? That takes skill. Another person here says, as someone who's worked in several nursing homes, I've never met a single resident who's alone in the nursing home that was an amazing mother/parent. All the parents who are there and alone were selfish, and their children tell us straight up they were abandoned by their parents and want nothing to do with them now. Reap what you sow. Somebody else here says she did something to those kids. Mothers virtually never admit any wrongdoing until they are so boxed in they can't lie anymore. And I want to be very clear about what I'm saying here is when I see this, all I think is, man, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to get old one day. These children that you're going to raise are going to cause you so much heartache, either by their choices and you worrying about them in the streets, just worrying about them being financially stable, mentally okay, or you just be wondering where you went wrong. And if you're somebody who doesn't understand why a 5-year-old shouldn't be listening to Pound Town, I'm assuming that there are other things you don't understand, like don't yell at your kids, like know when you're doing too much and probably traumatizing young children. There's this really good book called What Happened to You that talks about trauma and how a lot of it happens in our younger age. And these are things a lot of people don't like to take seriously, but it's real. Let's check out some of these comments, man. What do you guys think of this? First comment here says, Pound Town is absolutely crazy. Somebody else here says, I'm 19 and I ain't even heard Pound Town. Like, what? With the crying emoji. Here's somebody else who says, Pound Town is crazy. My future daughter will never. Yep. Spoken like a father. And somebody else here says, the way Super Nanny disappeared when we needed her the most. Yo, Super Nanny. Yeah, that show probably wouldn't be allowed. Would get canceled today, I bet. Here's somebody else who says, I see exactly why teachers are quitting so much. This is so sad. Somebody else here added, parents don't parent anymore. Here's another comment that says, I've never heard of Pound Town. I'm shocked. Those babies are exposed to too much. And somebody else here says, they're using school as daycare. Somebody else here added, Pound Town at 5 years old, with the question marks and 24K likes on that comment. Here's another woman who says, my mom runs daycare at our house, and she straight up tells the parents with the bad kids they can't come back. Yeah, that's what's up. Here's somebody else who says, this is literally why I don't find it on the slightest way cute when people post their kids singing circular music word for word. And final comment here says, those kids are lost because of the parents. Listen, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. As always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out, man. Peace.